it's good to be with you again. Seems like forever since we last chatted. Well, I did the chatting and you did the listening, hopefully. I hope you find the videos helpful and encouraging, and that's why I've designed them the way they are, just short and to encourage you in this difficult season. I was chatting with someone yesterday, a group of other pastors yesterday via a special Zoom meeting, and one of the guys talked about the suffering we're all going through, and I'm thinking to myself, suffering. I don't know if you could call this suffering. It's difficult and it's tricky, yeah, but I don't think I'd call it suffering, would you? I don't think so. Yeah, it's a bit bleak. Yes, it's a bit of what do we do next and what's going to happen and that sort of stuff. I get all of that. But one thing I'm certain of is this, that God's doing a new thing. And someone might not see it, but if we have eyes to really look hard, I think we can see it. Isaiah once wrote this in Isaiah chapter 43. He said, to Israel, forget the former things. Forget what you're used to. Don't dwell on the past. Let's all go back to Egypt, and let's all go back to the way things were. Look, folks, that's just not going to happen, I don't think. People talk about the new norm and the new this and new that. Well, I think some things will return to some semblance of normalcy, but other things won't. Other things will have shifted. I think God's right in there somewhere. Isaiah goes on to say this, see, I'm doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I'm making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. And in some ways we could use the COVID-19 lockdown as a kind of a metaphor for this wasteland kind of thing that Isaiah talks about. But God's saying here to the people of Israel way back then, 680 years BC, I'm doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Don't you see it? And what I want to encourage you to do is this. Although it's difficult, it's tricky, and we're missing one another, we're not exactly suffering, I don't think, but it's not easy either for some. It's more difficult for some than it is for other people. I completely understand that. Hey, I'm a pastor. I'm supposed to understand these things. No, seriously. But I think God is doing a new thing. And if we look carefully, we can see the little shoots, little green shoots of those things springing up. And I think if we look with our spiritual eyes, with a positive, hopeful outlook and a faithful outlook that trusts what God is doing in this season, we're going to see those little green shoots. I'm seeing little ministries start, the green shoots of new ministries starting to happen. I'm seeing little green shoots of new creativity amongst our tech and worship teams and amongst the youth in particular, with what Pastor Faith is doing amongst the youth and so on. I'm seeing little green shoots of renewed prayer life. I'm seeing little green shoots of connectedness in our connect groups that I haven't seen quite the same way before. I think God's doing a new thing. And I don't know about you, but I'm encouraged by that. It's been kind of like Elijah sitting in the Kerith ravine, where this raven fed him morning and night with meat and bread and what have you. And then it says in First Kings there that then the stream began to dry up. And you don't see one bit of panic from Elijah on this. It's kind of like he's thinking, oh, God's doing a new thing. And sure enough, we know the rest of that story. God pulls him out of that ravine. He goes to the widow of Zarephath, and another new miracle happens in that family as well. Folks, I just want to encourage you here today that as tricky as this is, and as lonely and as frustrating as it is at times, and it is, God's doing a new thing. And I want to encourage you to have the eyes to see that. Say, Lord, what are you doing? Help my eyes to see these little green shoots of all these new things, the beginnings of something new that will grow and mature and bring a harvest in a new season. And I think God is doing that in this season. God's not punishing the church. He's refining the church. And the church will be refined to the point where it's able to perceive the new things that are springing up in this wasteland of the pandemic. Well, I hope that encourages you today. I'm encouraged as I read Isaiah 43. It's a good scripture to have a look at. Until next time, stay safe, stay connected, be courageous, and continue in prayer. That's the other green shoot that's happening amongst our churches. The green shoots of a fresh new prayer life are springing up. And I think that's a really good thing. Well, God bless you and keep you safe and well until we meet again. I'll see you Sunday for the live stream. Bye-bye.